Hello and welcome to Barre Express. My name is Pat. I'm so pleased you've chosen to join me today. We have a 30-minute high-intensity, low-impact workout for you today. If you're new to barre, special welcome. For everyone, take the options that work for you and experience your progress over a period of weeks and just take it at your own pace. So today all you need is a bar, something to balance with. It could be a chair. I've got a light set of weights and some hydration ready for me. So without further ado, we're going to get started. We're going to start with our warm-up. So bring your hands to your hips, roll your shoulders back, reach through the crown of your head, and just draw one knee up and the other knee up. That's it. So we're just walking down the street. Now as we land, toe ball heel so that we always create low impact. All right, let's press palms forward. Here comes our music. Here comes the beat. Press forward. Drive your knees to the sky. Now open up through your chest. Pull your navel to your spine, standing tall. Little squeeze of your shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's step one foot back. Doesn't matter which. Bend both knees. Slowly come on up, finding your balance right away, and then slowly coming back. A little faster. Up and down. So try to balance on the four corners of your standing foot. 2 more. And last one like that. All right, let's find some squats right here in the center. Weight back in your heels. You've got a nice long spine. Navel is pulled in to support your lower back. Add the arms. And then we're going to go to that balance on the other side. 4 more. 4. Active arms. Reach through your fingertips. 2 and 1. Other foot back. Bend both knees. Find your balance and then slowly. One side will be different than the other. Slow down and slow up. A little bit faster. Down, 2, up, 2, down. You've got it. Up. Just 2 more. And down. All right, let's find a lateral lunge. Lateral to the side. Arms as big as you want them. Anytime you want to raise your heart rate, arms come overhead, but you don't need to do that right here, right now. Last 2. Last 1. Back to center. Swing arms down and find the squat. Maybe lift. 4, 3, 2, and then to the other side. That's it. Side tap in. Swing your arms, make them big, getting warmed up. 2 more. Beautiful. Now curtsy lunge, 1 foot back. We're going to cross over. The crossover amount, any that you want. Just 1 more each side. Then pause here. Find a reach to the mat or towards the mat. Open, step wide, and to the other side. Open, a little faster. Down, down. You can make fancy arms. They don't have to be very fancy. Just a few more. 1 more each side. Beautiful. Now, just a little upper body warm up here. You can do a push-up at your bar or at your countertop or whatever you're using. You can make it deeper by coming back here and just a little bit of a push-pull. So elbows about shoulder width apart. All right, we're going to start our first arm series here. So I'm going to grab my weights. I'm going to start in a split stance. So starting with feet under hips, 1 foot steps back. Bend both knees. Open up your palms to the front. It's a bicep curl. Just lower and lift. So when you come down, your back knee is about 90 degrees. All right, meet me at the bottom. Now it's a little lift up. So elbows at 90 degrees, little pulsing up. Difference between the pulse and a bounce is that you've got a micro pause at the top. 4, 3, then full range, here we come. Up, down, up, down. 4, 3, 2, little pulses coming next, just for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Step forward and step the other foot back right away. Bend both knees. 90-degree bend. You can do this with or without weights. Full range to start. So your arms are going completely straight. You're not locking your joints, because we never do that. But we want to get the full range of movement by reaching. All right, let's meet me at the bottom. Find the pulse. Up. 90-degree arms. That's it. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Step forward. Step the other foot back. This time, roll your shoulders back, pull your navel in, find a little diagonal slant with your upper body, hands dropping down from your shoulders. Your elbows are going wide. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Drive out of your front heel. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades behind. 2 more. And now, at the top, little pulse, pulse, pulse. If you want to get fancy, you could find a balance here. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot down back. Elbows narrow. Lift, straight, lift, and straight. Hands reaching directly out from your shoulders. Just 4 more, and then we're going to switch sides. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Step in. Other foot goes back. You've got a nice long line here. We're going to go to that wide road to start. Here it is. Elbows up to shoulder height. Navel pulled into spine to support your lower back. Again, you can get fancy by floating your back leg or lifting and lowering. Your choice. 4, spot a place on the floor that's not moving. 2, and 1. Find the narrow row. In, out, in, out, in. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Roll your shoulders back. Step in. We're going to set the weights down for the moment. We're coming into first position next. I'm going to face you. You can face your bar for the most support. Heels together, toes apart. Roll your shoulders back. Nice long spine. Head over, shoulders over, hips over heels. This is the way it looks from the side. Let's just find a little lift and lower here. So heels together, toes apart. Your toes might be closer together or they might be further apart. Depends on how your hips are built and what you've done in your lifetime. All right, 4 more. Then passe is next. 2. So passe is when we bring our toe to the inside of our calf and then heels together. So it's toe, click. Heel click at the bottom. Now let's slow that down. Passe, maybe releve on your standing foot, maybe not. And lower down. Toe to calf, lift, lower, and down. 2 more. Toe to calf, lift, lower, and release. We're going to go to the other side. You know it. Lift, lower, and down. I'm just going to come over to the other side. If you're facing your bar, you don't need to do that. Let's find a little plie here with heels down. Always an option to keep your heels down. Everybody, navel in, everything is stacked. All right, hand on hip. Let's find that passe, toe to calf, and down. Lift, down. Your knee is pressing out to the side. That turnout amount is completely up to you. Let's find a little faster. Lower, lift. So it's just a quick click. 4, 3, your standing leg is doing a lot of work. 2, 1. All right, let's slow it down. Passe. Maybe you do the releve. Ooh. And down. Passe. Releve. Wobbling and shaking is part of this intensity. Again, lift, lower, and down. 2 more. Passe, lift, lower, and down. 1 more. Passe, lift, lower, and down. Now both heels together. Both heels up, down, up, down. If you don't like this version with coming up on your heels, you can do the plie here. Working the same muscles in a little different way. Now let's alternate. Try that. Heels up, heels down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 2 more. All right, now, if it's available to you, come on up. Find the hold here, reconnect your heels, and maybe take your hand off the bar for a balance. Beautiful. All right, everybody, heels down. Give your legs a shake. Maybe like a figure 4 stretch here. If that feels good, send your hips back, ankle over to the opposite knee. Wide plie stance is up next. That's second position. I'm going to grab my weights. So toes out on the diagonal. Roll your shoulders back, navel in, slide down your imaginary wall. Hands to heart. One heel lifts, other heel lifts. That's it. So come down maybe a little bit lower. Lift, lower. All right, now rise, lower, rise, lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, press your arms overhead, hands to your heart, lift your heels, lower down, press, lift, press, lift. 2 more, press, lift, press, lift. All right, rise up and down. Nice long spine. Now meet me at the bottom. Release your arms overhead. Hands come to your heart. Rise up. Lower. Press. Hands to heart and lift. Lower. Press. That's it. You've got it. Looking good. Couple more. All right, stay here. Roll your shoulders. Little pulse up, up, up. Navel into spine. Everything is still stacked. Rise up. Slide down your imaginary wall. Head, shoulders, hips, and heels all connected. Now lift and lower. Lift. Meet me at the bottom. Roll your shoulders, release your arms. You might like to hinge forward a little bit here, just a little bit. Find your hammer curl. One arm, other arm. That's it, alternating sides. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rise up and down. Both heels, both hammer curl, lift, lower. Both arms, or keep the alternate going. See what works in your body today. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. All right, beautiful. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your elbows wide. Let's find a little pulse up here. So elbows to shoulder height, goalpost arms. All right, let's make it full range after 2 and 1. So press up. Come down low. Press up. That's it. 2 more, and then we're going to find the pulses again. Here we go, little presses. Up. Stay low in your legs. If you want to get fancy, peel your heels up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Release your arms, heels down. Rise up, toes forward, feet together. Nicely done. We're moving on to Curtsy Lunge. We're going to actually keep the weights for this one. So we're going to start with feet just a little bit wider. Actually, let's start with heels together, toes apart. Roll your shoulders. So this first position again, hands to heart. Outside leg is going to come back. Now you can align your back toe with your back heel, or you can bring it across a little bit more like mine is here. You might be hiding your toe, you might not be. It's up to you. What we want is a nice long spine up top. Release your arms, roll your shoulders back. Let's find a little pulse here. Now, if for some reason this turnout isn't working for you, you can absolutely do this in parallel like we did in the warm-up. So you choose what's right for you. Roll your shoulders back. Turnout might not be for everybody, but it works our muscles in a little different way. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Now step wide, thumbs down, and then step to the other side. Hands to heart. We're going to end up on the other side. So you decide your crossover might be the same or it might be different on this side. So find a stable position. Weight equal in your front and back foot. Find the pulse here. Lift, lift. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step wide. Reach your arm overhead, bring it back to the center, and then over to the other side. That's it. 1 more. Now we're going to find the curtsy. One leg comes behind, same arm goes out, but thumb down this time. Back to center, and then over to the other side. Weight can come to your hip for stability. Back to center, and then 1 arm. We could do the 2 arms, but I'm just doing the 1 arm version to start. 2 arm version coming next. Back to center, both arms out. If the 1 arm version is working better for you, stick with that. Back to center, open. Back to center, open. Back to center, open. Just 1 more each side. That's it. Now find your curtsy lunge. We're going to hinge forward, release your arms. We're going to find that narrow row once more. Elbows in. Now stay at the top, reach your arms long, bend, release, and up. Long, in, release, and up. Now back to center and over to the other side. Find your crossover, find some stability here, hinge forward, long arms, up, back, in, and release. Up, back, in, and release. Up, back, in, and release. Beautiful. Step wide, hands to heart. Let's just find a little plie here, a big plie, lower and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to set the weights aside. Take a drink whenever you want. Coming into our side lying next. Wide plie stance. So toes wide, out on the diagonal. You want to see your big toe in front. Press your knees open. Nice long spine. We're sliding down that imaginary wall once more. Head over shoulders, hips over heels. Now press open, little open. It's a little butterfly wing. It's very subtle, using the muscles on the outside of our legs to press open, open. Keep your navel pulled in to support your torso and find your balance. You might like to bring your hands to heart center here. All right, now press up. Release your arms. Now arms wide, up, lower, up. So this is a big plie. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come on down, reach over to one side and then back to center, reach over to the other side and back to center. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Just one more each side. Then we're going to take a little walk around the world. So choose one side, hands to hips. Step forward, forward, and pivot, and back, 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 and forward. Once more, you're pivoting on your back foot, in, and just a little plie as you do that. All right, back to center. Feet wide, arms wide, lower. Lift, let's flush that out, and then go to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to hips. It's a pivot on the back foot. And back in. Forward. Pivoting on your back foot. And back over to the side. Just 2 more. Back. Last one. And back. That's it. All right, toes wide, arms wide, lower, lift. Now we're going to find a side lean here once more, each side. You can lift your back heel and point your toe. You could even find a balance here. So see what speaks to you today. Then I'll invite everybody to come into a balance. Even that out. One way, other way. Now find your balance on the other side. Shift the weight. Maybe make your toe light. Lift it any amount off of the mat. Find a big star pose. Reach actively through your toe. Pull your navel to your spine. All right, back through center. Just 2 little plies. And then over to the other side. That's it. Back toe is light. Maybe you lift it. Maybe you lift your arms. Reach actively through your fingers and your lifted toe. Beautiful. Come back to center. Nicely done. You might like to just cross your legs over and sit back. And then other side. We're going to face our bar next for standing glutes. So we're going to start off in parallel. Toes and heels are aligned. And then just find the squat here. Press, lower, press. Now maybe you rise up. 4, 3. We're going to change to heels together, toes apart. All right, so change. Heels together, toes apart. This is the way it looks like from the front. One leg. Bend it, bring your toe to the mat, lift it off the mat, keep the knee bent, and then hinge forward. That's it. So nice long spine. Lift your knee. If you don't like this, if you're feeling it mostly in your lower back, come on up higher. Give yourself some room if you need it. Your leg is still turned out to the side. Hand on hip or on your bar. It's a little lift of your knee. Your heart is lifted and you're gazing forward. Nice long spine. Here's the way it looks from the side. Press up, up. Your hands are a light balance on your bar. It's a little tiny move. It's a squeeze of your glute. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold and lift. Hold and lift. That's it. Lift. Now hold at the top. Now press it back towards the wall on the other side. Press. 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 Now hold and lift. And press. Alternate. Lift. Lower and back. Lift. Press back. Lift. Press back. Lift. Almost there. Press back. Lift. Press back and hold. Lift your knee just a little bit more. Your standing knee is soft. That's it. Now straight. Bend, straight, bend. Just 2 more. Last one. That's it. Okay. Come on back. Lower lift. We're going to the other side. Just a little plie here to flush out that movement. Big movement to flush out the small. When you're ready, join me. You're going to make your other toes light. Knee is still turned out. You're hinging forward. You're adjusting your distance from your bar as you need to. To lift, 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 press. From the front, looks like this. Lift. It's tiny. Somebody might not even notice. You might not even notice, but you feel it. Press, lift, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Now press it to the side wall. Press. 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 Remember, if you're feeling this in your lower back, just come on up here, same motion. You want to take the work out of your lower back. Keep your navel pulled into your spine. Now here's the combination move. So we're lifting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're wrapping. It's like you're wrapping your back knee around and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and wrap back, back, or forward as the case may be. Lift, lift. Last set. Press, 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 press. Now straight, bend, straight, bend. Last 2, last 1. Straighten your leg, stand up. Beautiful. Might feel good to crouch here, so that's it. We're into our cool down and flexibility. So shift your hips side to side. Don't need much to feel the intensity in these moves. Bring your hands to the mat. And then bring your palms to the mat. Step back to your plank. Knees down or up, your choice. Press the mat away. Create space between your shoulder blades and then slide them down towards your back pockets. Now let's find the downward facing dog. If you don't like downward facing dog, you can come to your forearms, to your dolphin pose. We're finding length down our back body. Now bend one knee, reach through the other heel. That's it. Even that out. Soften both knees, look forward, step 1 foot forward, ankle under knee. Back knee down, hand to thigh. Breathe in, find length here. Breathe out, find your twist. Now you might like to reach your arm behind, straight behind, gaze behind. If it's available to you, you could come up on your back knee, connect your back thigh, back hand and back foot, and create a thigh stretch here. Otherwise, you're staying in your twist. Beautiful. Release. Hands frame your front foot. Step into your front foot. Lift your hips back. Lift your toes. Find length in your spine. We're not rounding forward here so much as we're finding length in our back and in our extended leg. All right, let's bring the weight forward once more. Tuck your back toes, walk your feet around, and we're going to do a fancy change of sides. So knee comes down behind. Backhand underneath your shoulder, breathe in, find length, drop your hips forward, and turn towards your thigh. Breathe here. Now stay here or flex your back foot, and then maybe your hand finds your foot behind, and you find a nice thigh stretch here. We'll do this standing if you're not getting it at this point. And then gently release your foot, shift your hips back, find length in your spine, lift your front toes. Reach forward with your heart, nose toward knee. And then weight forward once again, tuck your back toes, walk your feet back around to the other side. And then step in and find your forward fold. Your feet are underneath your hips. They're as wide apart as you need to feel stable. Pull your navel up and in, as much knee bend as you like here, and maybe grasp opposite elbows for your ragdoll. Now hands find the mat, and then one foot steps behind the other so that your little toes are lined up with each other. Now your front knee bends a little bit. And then release and switch sides. And front knee bends a little bit. You should feel this down the outside. It's a hard muscle to stretch sometimes. And release. Tuck your chin. Roll on up slowly. And then here's a chance for that thigh stretch if you would like it. Once more, heel to seat. And maybe release your hand and open up through your chest at the same time. And if you fall over, just come back in. And then to the other side. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And then release. Face forward. We're going to take one more shoulder stretch here. So big breath in, exhale, sweep your hands behind, interlace your fingers, open up through your chest, lift your gaze, and then release your arms overhead. Big breath in, exhale, hands to heart center. Thanks once again for joining me. Barre Express, see you next time.